In 4 years, I will be the age that my parents were when they had me. My mom had me when she was 18. Were you surprised? I like surprise better than accident because surprise is like you don't know how good it is until you get it. Do you think you were a mistake though? Why do you guys think that? I think the fact that you guys are alive and you're here means that you're supposed to be here. You know, there's like millions and millions and billions of like universes where like you don't make it. Like the fact that you were like the fastest sperm out of like millions and billions of sperm and you made it to the egg and then you survived birth. I don't know. Part of me just makes me think like you're supposed to be here. And I think that if you think that it's like a mistake, then you, unless you're joking, but I think that you just don't, you haven't realized it yet. No, like if you weren't supposed to be here, I don't think that you would have been that one sperm that was like it was 1 in a million. It was 1 in a million that you got here. So it's kind of like, I actually think that the reason why people are like unhappy or like think that they're not doing well, it's because you look at other humans. But like, who cares? Who cares about other humans? Like, think about how happy you would be if you didn't compare yourself to anyone. You didn't look at like anyone else your age. You didn't look at like anyone who is successful. You just like woke up, brushed your teeth, went outside. I think the reason why people are unhappy is because like at an early age, you're thrown into school. You're like, you have to learn all these things you don't want to learn. You're like competing at school against all of your classmates to get a job that you don't even know if you like. You go to like the whole system is very just like if you think about it, it makes sense, right? Because you get put in these systems because the government wants you to be like a cog, right? The government doesn't want you to be like, I guess like an influencer, like example. The government wants you to be a cog because if there's a lot of cogs, you can work well in a machine, and machines are like generate revenue for the country. Well, I think social media is just really toxic in general because all you do in social media is compare yourself. I don't know. I would never think of yourself as, I would especially never think of it as like your parents are unlucky to have you. I mean, growing up, I was like the biggest people pleaser. That's why I had a lot of friends. It's really hard to not have friends if all you do is people please. Like you, I think that you want to fit into society, right? Like once upon a time, pioneers came and they came and like they built Los Angeles, they built San Francisco, they built all these cities. And then you're born into these cities, right? I was born in San Jose. My parents were like, okay, cool, Sean. Like, you need to fit into society. You need to like go to school. You need to make all these friends. You need to like work. You need to like do all this stuff. You need to buy like a nice house. You need to like start a family, all stuff. You don't really need to do any of that if you don't want to. Chat, we're all gonna die one day, okay? It'll be sad, but when you die one day, you're gonna look back at your life and you're gonna think like, oh, did I like do stuff that I wanted to do, or did I just do stuff that other people wanted me to do? I do want you guys to fit in like a little bit in life. I think it's very important to understand how to fit in. What I'm telling you to do though is like don't be something that you're not to fit in. Do not pretend to like a band. Do not pretend to like anime, or do not pretend to like be something that you're not to impress another human being. I think in life you kind of just do what you love. And if you can't like afford to do what you love, then like honestly, in America, I think that if you really think hard enough about it, you can find something that you love and do it and make a living. And you might not make like the best living out there, but I think you can like definitely get by. Honestly, everyone has different opinions of you. No matter what you do, someone else wants you to do the opposite. So just do what you want. Yeah, I would say some people think I'm toxic as hell or like just hate me. And that's fine. You can hate me, but like I don't care. I had for the longest time when I first started streaming, I was so PC about everything. I would be so afraid of saying like I don't really say offensive things. And if I do say offensive things, I'm joking. Like I hope that what I say is like so exaggerated and so stupid that like you're obviously not going to take it seriously.